of English squash has made his way up to his current ranking of 32 in the world from Leicestershire. He's gunning for a place in the Commonwealth Games team, George Parker! George was the illustrious opponent, world champion in 2017, the year he also won the Optasia Championship, world #1 for many years, from Egypt, now residing in England, in Bristol, Mohamed ElShorbagy.
Welcome back after that long break. George Parker of England taking on Mohamed ElShorbagy, #2 seed from Egypt. George Parker getting a very solid victory over Karim El Hamami. Came into this tournament at the last minute with the withdrawal of Baptiste Massotti, so very, very useful, just shy of his highest world ranking. Should enjoy this battle here on this court. Mohamed ElShorbagy, after his 4 months off from the PSA World Tour, winning in Washington, losing out in the Windy City tournament in Chicago to Yusuf Ibrahim. Over 600 matches. Well, Parky, George Parker will certainly have a go at Mohamed ElShorbagy. He's got a very good aggressive game, as we know.
He certainly has. Yeah, he won't hold back. He won't be intimidated. He's just got to keep focused as much as he can throughout the match. He can't really afford to have any lapses really of concentration, because Mohamed ElShorbagy, oh my word, That is amazing. Never seen that before. I think ElShorbagy wants a bit more time. Just keeping people busy outside the court. We haven't actually got ball boys like they and girls like they do at Wimbledon. It looks like we need them.
Well, like I say, Wimbledon Tennis Club is literally just over the road. Couldn't be any closer to this club. I can't believe that. And we're looking for the ball now.
Now we're situated just at the front, behind the curtains, at the front of the court, and the ball didn't arrive on Steve Lyon's head.
No, I mean it's definitely somewhere in the vicinity here.
I mean, we do have spare balls, Joey, but
we do.
It has been nicely warmed up.
Somewhere. We must find it. Well, George is having a good look.
Just came to see us there, didn't he? Got a bit of a shock.
We have to warm it up again. So much for recycling. Save the planet.
Yeah, it's just a bit of rubber.
So another ball, just players warm up and they'll crack on straight on from there.
One of the things we used to do at Pontefract with Malcolm Ulstrup is when the ball burst, we just he'd make us play straight in with a cold ball, just to get used to the different conditions at different clubs, having to adjust and adapt. Oh, again!
I can't believe
ElShorbagy's having one of those nights.
Well, this is a massive area. There is a lot of curtains. There's double wrap curtains. There's curtains everywhere. It's a bit of a cryptic maze, really. Mohamed ElShorbagy's ball control, a little bit suspect.
Quickly recovered there from whoever that was. Well, there's the head-to-head. They've only played once, and ElShorbagy was the victor. That was back in 2020 in Qatar. Second round.
Yeah, it's a good average match time. Let's hope we get at least an hour between these two.
Yeah, it was a decent match. 11-8 in the fourth.
Just like to announce that this particular match is live on the PSA YouTube channel, also on the PSA Facebook page, and on TikTok, Parky.
Are you on TikTok?
I've got no idea what that is.
Well, that's the right answer for someone of your age.
Thank you. So spread the word. Any of your friends that not signed up to Squash TV, they can check this out for free. And we're in.
Yeah, George Parker, really looking forward to this match. Had quite a big chat with him earlier at the bar, over coffees, I might add, obviously. And he was just saying he's been seeing a psychologist recently and has been really enjoying it. It's been very helpful to him. And he's going to give this a really, really good go. He's got a great opportunity here. That's a fantastic shot. Slightly more accurate than he was in the warm-up, ElShorbagy. Yeah, just clip the top of the tin there. George Parker's got to be very precise here. Can't just use power. There's not many players that can out-hit Mohamed ElShorbagy. Yeah, it's a clever shot. Good awareness there from George Parker. Sensing the space down the middle of the court. What are your thoughts, Joey? Do you think that George Parker can do some damage here?
Yeah, I do. He's got an interesting mindset when he's thinking clearly, and he's got a fearless game. And I personally have said this a lot. He knows how to play the game, and that sounds kind of pretty obvious, but it's not. There's a lot of players that don't have that kind of instinct. He's got a very good instinct to play the game. He knows what he's about on a squash court when his mind is clear. He's got some good physicality about him.
Yeah, I agree. I think we've both been fans of Parker's game over the years. Some of his matches have been really impressive. It's just, of course, the temperament sometimes, but he's working on it. He's aware of it. You know, it's just part of the game, isn't it? He's very, very good in a lot of other areas. Thought he stayed pretty calm in his first match. It was a good win. And he's got nothing to lose here. Just go out and leave it all on the court. It's a silly cross court, or it's just not wide enough really. Perhaps the wrong shot as well from there. Straight onto the volley, the sweet spot of ElShorbagy. Yeah, again, he's got to watch out for those cross courts, George Parker. On both wings, ElShorbagy is so happy playing those straight volleys.
Yeah, this court's so dead. So Mohamed ElShorbagy pressing on, 8-4 in this first game.
Snatching at that, the focus isn't really quite there in this first so far for the Englishman. Yeah, that's better from Parker. Got onto that slightly loose post, nice and early. Little bit of delay. Shaping for the drive, and that's a nice finish. Well, I was surprised that Parker made it in the end, if indeed he did, because looked out of reach, I suppose. Look how late he saw that. I think he may have just clipped the edge of the frame and hit the sidewall. What do you think, Joey? I think he got that.
I'll tell you what. Do you know what I think he did? I think he got his, as you say, the frame underneath, and what happened is he got it underneath, and the angle hit the sidewall, and then
miss-hit it, and it worked.
So he got it underneath, the angle of the ball hit the sidewall, and then went up to the front wall.
Yeah, so in which case it's a stroke to George Parker here.
Just got it. You can see that pretty clearly, to be fair, PJ, sorry. Parky. He called you Johnny, then PJ, and then Parky.
Got there in the end.
Well, I did call PJ Parky when I was in Chicago. So
obviously missing me.
He reacted well to that.
Some intelligent play here from ElShorbagy, just using the height on the walls.
It's very tidy from George Parker, and that's an example of what he can do. Do you know what was interesting there in that rally, Parky, for me, is he wasn't looking to hit the ball into oblivion. There was a bit more control and thought about it.
Absolutely right, Joey. He is a very good squash player. He's thoughtful at times. He's got good technique, but it's ElShorbagy here.
Service dealt with a variation that wasn't even seen by Parker. ElShorbagy trying to turn the screw to close this one out.
Oh, well played. Took that so late, didn't he? Just sort of snuck in behind ElShorbagy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, it's an outrageous shot. Well, this is a massive service.
What's he going to do? Is he going to go sidewall or
he's got
body
to think
shot?
about this. I'd be looking to go at the body. He's lining this up. Watch, look at that.
Oh, wow. What a shot.
Had gone at the body.
Yeah, it gave him too much angle, didn't he?
Yeah, the body. It was dangerous on this court. Stays so short. We saw that with the previous boast, and that's a prime example, Mohamed, knowing that the ball is going to stay this short after what he experienced with the boast from Parker in the rally before, and capitalising with the angle. All these things, it's such an important factor of understanding, you know, at this level, and it goes to show now the game's over and he's one game to love down, George Parker, here in round 2. All these little subtleties add up so much, you know, when you're thinking you've got a little bit of momentum, there's game ball for your higher ranked opponent, you're serving to a very, very deadly forehand side, you've got to look to cause a few issues. He hit the sideball fair enough, but it was too much angle there.
Yeah, and a bit too heavy as well. I just think maybe a bit more thought before he serves, especially in those major situations when he's game ball down.
He's, you know, well within a shout here, Parker. If he can keep some consistency with what he's up to and just be a little bit more streetwise with his tactics.
Well, his opponent today is the ultimate streetwise squash player, isn't he? Him and his brother. So I was just about to say, a few too many errors really from Parker in the first. He did well to come back a little bit, but that's not the start he wanted in the second. It's a fantastic shot, good disguise there, and great accuracy. Well, that's audacious from ElShorbagy. I mean, that is a typical two-shot combination from Mohamed ElShorbagy. That powerful drive and then the disguised drop shot on the forehand. He was a little bit unhappy with it because he went high, but he still won the point. It's marching to a 3-point lead here, ElShorbagy. It's a good adjustment from Parker. It's all over that shot down the middle.
He did everything with his wingspan, ElShorbagy, to grab that ball out of the air. Parker did pretty well to get this out the front corner here. Front right-hand corner there.
He did, but that cross-court drop for Parker just was the wrong shot, wasn't it? Nice tight work and a good hold from Parker. Staying in touch in this second.
First time.
Yeah, wonderful touch there from the back of the court, behind the service box on the backhand side. Look at this balance from George Parker. Got to cover that option. He's so good at straightening the ball there on the forehand side, ElShorbagy.
Quite short rallies here, Parky.
Yeah, they are starting to get a little bit more brief. Just can't quite catch up here. He's doing well though to stay in touch, Parker. But there always seems to be that 2-point cushion at least for ElShorbagy. Oh, wow. It's completely flat and dead, that cross-court nick from ElShorbagy. Just the right power, lots of whip. Previous to that, he was using the lobs to great effect, something that he's developed to great effect over the last few years. Much more of a thinking squash player these days, Mohamed ElShorbagy. It's another lovely finish. It's moving well as well today, the Egyptian. There's a nice bit of variety from Parker.
Oh, it's a poor error, isn't it? I mean, it was pretty comfortable for him. He just misjudged it. Slightly off balance. 4 game balls for a 2-love lead. So another error from Parker. Mohamed ElShorbagy now leads 2 games to love in this round 2 encounter. Just 19 minutes, so very short, sharp stuff out there. Well, George Parker back on, trying to get that ball going. He's left himself a bit of a mountain to climb here, Parky. Being 2 games to love down in pretty quick fire fashion.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think we were expecting a little bit more from Parker. We know he's got the qualities. ElShorbagy is playing well today, though. Looks very relaxed on there. Former winner here. It was in St George's back in 2017. Mohamed ElShorbagy beating Ali Farag that time. Just the 44 tournaments Mohamed ElShorbagy has won in his career so far.
Did all the hard work, the front left-hand corner. That court awareness.
Again, some great precision play from the forehand side this time. Renowned for his hard hitting and his kills on the forehand side, but ElShorbagy using some great variety in this match. Right on cue, George Parker just not reading that shot at all. Definitely think that Parker can play better than this, but he's not really been allowed to express himself today. ElShorbagy looks really ready for this match, apart from the fact that he hit 3 balls out of court in the knock-up. He's been brilliant since then.
Yeah, no, he's looking sharp and on it mentally. Yeah, he's closing this out. He's enjoying the conditions out there, Mohamed.
Yeah, he's looking good for this event, isn't he, Joey?
He is.
ElShorbagy.
He is, definitely. He's not playing Canary Wharf. He needs to have a little bit of time after this to get ready for the British Open. And if he goes all the distance in this event, then it will be a much-needed rest. This match so far has been quick fight.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the way he's played though, ElShorbagy here. Just the thoughtfulness of it. And the accuracy as well.
Yeah, it's different tactic to when he played against Ibrahim. I felt he got it slightly wrong. He really tried to speed things up, which is risky when you're playing somebody that's got the hands of the lefty, and did slightly play into the hands of Ibrahim, to be fair.
Yeah, there's not, as I said earlier, there's not many players that can out-hit Shorbagy, but Ibrahim can. Is phenomenal, isn't he? The way he hits the ball. He's probably the only one that would spring to mind these days. George Parker sweating profusely, as always. Oh, he was there.
Put his hand up, have a look. Why not?
So 4 match balls now. Mohamed ElShorbagy. Will he take the first opportunity? Nice. Complete miss-hit winner there from Parker.
Yeah, it's hard to practice those.
That's well played. Very well played from Mohamed ElShorbagy. A lot of respect between these two, but a shake of the head from George Parker, but Mohamed ElShorbagy just far too good today, Joey.
Yeah, very sharp, good high tee position, but under 29 minutes, cold conditions, but you're very happy with that, Mohamed ElShorbagy. Nice sharpening performance for him, and as you can see, Danny can't wait to get the interview in.
Mohamed, congratulations. Well done. How did you find it on there? Court a little bit different from the one at St George's Hill?
Very different. It's funny, I played in that court in 2012 or 11, as I told you, in Australia. So it's, yeah, so it's great that you guys brought this court back here. It's a great court, great venue. I'm so happy to be playing here. I love playing in England. It's been home here for me for the past since 2006. So it's been home here for me. So I always feel home playing here, and I look forward to playing in front of the English crowd for a few more days, hopefully.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. And you faced a young opponent there, younger generation. Now you're moving into the slightly older, what would have been considered old in the old days, but it's not at all now. Not at all now. And you're playing fantastic squash, getting your form right back where it was. But who out of the young players impresses you that you've played?
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of the English players. I think I played all of them now. I played George a couple of times now. We actually trained together a few times. We trained together a few times. He's a great player. I always told him he has great potential. Only when he's interested to play, and obviously I played Pat in Washington, and we had a very, very tough 4 games, and he has a lot of potential. A lot of the English players have a lot of potential, and I've seen a lot of players that have a lot of potential but never make it as well. So as long as you have it's very important that they're around them by the right people, by the right team. Just like us Egyptians, we have had a lot of people surrounding us since we were kids. Making sure that day by day, after us day by day, making sure that we train every day. Because we all get days when we lose motivation, we lose the hunger, and it's okay to do that. But as long as you have the right team behind you, they will get you back on track very quickly. So as I said, I see a lot of potential in a lot of the English players, but it's very important to have the right team behind them.
Totally agree with that. And Mohamed, you're playing the whole of the British circuit, or are you playing just the British Open after this?
So I'm playing the British Open. Unfortunately, I'm missing Canary Wharf. There is a lot of tournaments back to back, and so I'm playing the British and hopefully Manchester after as well. So yeah, I look forward to play here, and but for now, let's focus on here first.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to Wimbledon, and wish you a successful run in the tournament. Mohamed ElShorbagy. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got a very special guest sitting in the front row today. Peter Marshall, former world number 2, famous. And Peter, welcome to the squash. What brings you here, if you like?
What brings me here? Well, I'm actually a member at Lakeside, and I've played for Lakeside in the Surrey Cup. Not over the last couple of years, but I have played here before. And obviously, I spoke to you, Danny, a couple of weeks ago. Mentioned the tournament had moved here, so yeah, exciting to be. I've actually been to the last 2 or 3 tournaments, but obviously when it was played on the normal courts inside, so good to see the glass court up and yeah.
Running well, it's great that you're here and you're still playing with your famous two-handed style.
That's right, yeah, not quite so much recently, unfortunately, but yeah, no, I'm still playing. I play in a local league called the Bath Cup, a local London league, so managed to kind of wheel myself out and play most weeks, just about at the moment, but yeah, hopefully keep that going for a few more years.
And out from your unique style, I don't want to focus on it too much, but what did you think were the strengths about Peter? If you don't know, played with two hands, kept the ball quite close to his body. It was an unusual style by any standard, but mightily effective. So what did you feel were the main strengths of that style, and possibly what were the weaknesses of it?
Yeah, well, start off with the weaknesses. I mean, obviously, reach is a big weakness because you've got two hands on the ball. You can't stretch quite so far. But probably the biggest strength was deception. So it meant that I could hold the ball maybe a bit longer than someone with single hand, and then maybe have a bit more racket head speed as well. So I mean, you see the guys playing tonight. Most of the winning shots are from a slight, from some slight deception, and that was my biggest strength in my day. Yeah. And
also because the ball was a little bit closer to your body when you played it, it's harder to see. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the ball, I could get the ball a bit closer to my body and then almost shield the ball a little bit more. So that was an advantage as well.
It sounds very devious, but it was mightily effective. And Peter, if you don't know, he also suffered from ME back in the day when it was not really defined, was it? Not really diagnosed particularly well. How did that affect your career? I know you came back afterwards, but it was a tough journey back, and you chronicled it in your book, Shattered, back in the day. So tell us about that.
Right, yeah. So yeah, I was number 2 in the world, and I think I was 23 or 24, and then I actually had glandular fever, and then from that I kind of recovered from glandular fever, but I didn't take long enough break basically, and then kind of carried on training, and then it turned into chronic fatigue syndrome, and then I was out actually for 2 years, didn't play at all, came back, had to start from the bottom of the ranking list, got back to the top 10, but I wasn't quite 100% kind of fit. Did the same thing again, had another 2 years out, came back again. So I had a bit of a interrupted career from that point. But obviously frustrating at the time, but looking back at it, still privileged to be able to play.
Yeah, and what would you advise young players to do to stop that from happening in their career? Just not overtrain and recognise what the body's telling you?